We are introing right now.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for starting with that instead of just starting with the actual intro.
All right.
All right.
We don't have an intro, so we're gonna wing it.
Man, shut the hell up. We have something planned.
Do we?
All right. I am Adventure.
I'm Stingray.
Bucket.
That's your introduction. That's your name.
What's that? Yeah.
Okay.
Bruh. Zombies. This is our topic.
Okay, well, our intro wasn't done.
Oh,
but
there's more?
The topic is zombies. Zombie apocalypses, kind of. It's all over the place.
We don't really know what the fuck we're talking about.
That's why it's called dumbing down.
All right, beginning.
So essentially, we have three main hosts, kinda. This is Adventure.
Hello.
And he is one of the hosts. I am Stingray, another one of the hosts. Mm-hmm. And this is Bucket, kind of a host. Hello. The reason he's kind of a host is that he's going to be gone for a while. But then he'll come back. And then he'll be hosting again.
Yes.
But since he's not going to be here much, he's kind of a guest. He'll be promoted later.
Yes. I'm like an executive or like an elite manager.
You're the guest speaker, and then you're going to come back later.
Yes. I'm a guest for now, and then I get promoted to host.
Even though you're the creator, just shush.
Yeah,
We'll have other people on the podcast more just as guest speakers.
Oh, perfect.
And it's going to be great, because we have a lot of dumb stuff to talk about.
Oh, so many.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so zombie apocalypses, right? Now, how quickly do you think you would be able to change up if an apocalypse just happened? Because it's easy to say, like, oh, you'll fight for survival, but do you think you'll actually be able to?
It depends on context. Knowing what I know from, well, I guess I wouldn't know it, but assuming it's kind of like fictional media, it would be pretty easy to say, oh, if someone's guaranteed screwed, like infected, just kill them. Because even though it would be upsetting, there is not much point in keeping them alive. In fact, it would be a risk to keep them alive. Because it would be simultaneously more and less tragic as something like putting down a pet. Because, not to say humans are pets, but
some of them.
Don't even start.
Yeah.
But in a situation where they're going to die, and it's basically suffering and potential violence, or just putting them out peacefully, I don't know why you wouldn't take the other option.
I don't know. I feel like if someone that I really cared about got just infected, I don't think I would be able to be like, all right. But at the same time, I think I would eventually lead up to ending them.
It depends on context also, because if they are completely symptomless for a while, you wouldn't just instantly end them.
Yeah.
But once it became a point of no return, where they started becoming a threat to you, then it would be time for them to go. Mm-hmm. Plus side is, if the infection takes a while, you'd be able to say goodbye.
Do you think it is worth, chaining them somewhere in hopes that a cure is invented? Because
it depends on the type of zombie, because in most zombie media, there's some where it's more like rabies, but a lot of them are have symptoms like necrosis, where even if you're cured, there's no coming back from that. Like rabies, even if you cure it, there's a point where you're just too far gone. And so far, we haven't found a way to fix that.
True.
I mean, real life, there's only been... Maybe there's been more since then, but I remember only one survivor of late-stage rabies ever.
Wow. True.
But also, another thing, if you keep someone, literally in your basement, they're, depending on the kind of apocalypse it is or the type of zombie it is, their body just might decompose after some time.
It was like Walking Dead, they're screwed as soon as they're turned. there's no curing that, because even if there is a cure, they're still dead.
Yeah.
Can't cure death.
Can't cure death, no. I don't know, I think I might keep them around for like a little bit, though. Even if they're infected. Like, I would chain them up.
Guys, mom's starting to mold. Take her out already.
Eventually, I would have to come with peace and shoot them. But I think I might just, like, have them there. Even if they're just whipping at the wall trying to growl at me. I don't think I would be able to kill them.
These are my parents. They're a little bit mean.
A little bit mean. They're a little bit hungry.
Just stay away from them and you'll be fine.
Also, don't feed them. Don't.
Don't tease them either.
Yeah, that's...
What the fuck? Stop.
Wait,
Stop.
hang on.
It's like, ooh, we can bite my pinky. Nope. It's like dangling bacon above a dog. It's like too
Guys,
short.
do you think... You know the zombie scenarios where they can climb over each other like a tsunami? Imagine you had, like, a brain on a stick and just went, yeah! And rode the wave on, like, a surfboard.
Okay, one, whose brain is that?
You'd find one. There's a lot of zombies. There's got to be one intact brain.
I don't think zombies eat rotten brains.
Well, there's people around. I know some people who would probably be fine without their brains.
I mean, I've been doing it for a pretty long time, so. Actually,
Me too.
I might be immortal then. They might just walk past me. I might blend in with the crowd.
I think there's a zombie movie about this.
I think there's a zombie movie about this.
If it comes to like good zombie things that we could talk about, or at least reference, have any of you seen like World War Z?
Nope.
Yep. You know, okay, easy example to set the scale, right?
Is that the one where literally any blood contact will kill you, basically?
That alongside, imagine helicopter flying, zombies pile on top of each other to reach helicopter.
It's a zombie tsunami. You can ride the wave. Ah!
Like, if you're on a skyscraper or something and you shoot, zombies will hear that and they will just start climbing the building.
They're like intelligent as fuck.
There's a point where it becomes completely unrealistic and you'd be getting into fantasy rather than just disease. Because realistically, if there was some contagious, like rabies type virus that humans had, that would be pretty scary. But something like zombies piling on top of each other, do you know how quickly they'd kill just all of the zombies by trampling each other?
I suppose.
I don't know.
Like, in a setting where it was an actual disease, there's no way that they would do that. I could see them trying to climb on top of each other to get up to you, but there's no way they'd hear a noise on like a skyscraper or something and even think to climb it.
But yeah, in like World War Z, wasn't there like fireworks or something of the sorts?
Yeah. We're talking like more than 80% of the population is infected.
That's still quite a lot. I was thinking something like, I don't know, like 99%. That would be 1 in 100 survive.
Yeah.
That's still like that's still a lot of people though.
A lot.
1%. 1% of 8 billion is still 8 million.
You said 8 billion.
What? Wait, hang on. 8 billion.
You said 1 in 8 billion is still 1 million.
No. 1% of 8 billion would be... Wait, hang on. Think of a calculator. I said that wrong the first time. I meant 1% of 8 billion would still be 80 million people.
Still a lot.
That's a lot of survivors.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said 8 million. That's 0.1%.
It's... Yeah.
I thought I had
basically what he brought up in it was World War Z. Like, if it's those type of zombies...
We're pretty much fucked.
If it's those type of zombies, I think I would try every single drug at the same time.
Okay.
I would have, like, if I'm gonna die, I might as well be giggling.
Just take a lot of steroids.
I don't know where I would find
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear. Oh my god, yeah. if it's Walking Dead zombies, I don't think I would be able to just like, unless I find a group that I trust, I guess I could survive.
Imagine the scenario where a zombie virus is discovered and killed immediately. Like, they find some person shuffling around in the woods, acting really weird, being rabid, and then they just shoot him and then it's done.
It's just, damn rednecks. And then it's just credits. It's just credits after that.
There's probably
a zombie movie about
And then the ants eat the corpse and the zombie ants.
Well, depending on the type of infection, that's not how that would work at all.
It could just be like a human sort of thing.
There's a lot of diseases that are similar to a zombie virus, but for animals. Like, rabies is a pretty common one. There's also, like, I don't know if you'd quite count chronic wasting disease. That's more like a contagious, just degenerative brain disease. Does mad cow disease make the cows mad?
Just slavery.
Maybe.
Would it make the cows zombies?
Women were always mad.
Okay.
Do zombie cows
He
exist?
sounded like a horse when he laughed. Did you hear it?
Wasn't paying attention.
You're gonna have to rewind the footage later on. It'll take you a while to find it, but eventually we can
We edited it anyway. You don't need to tell me to rewind.
Do you know what I mean? Alright.
I'll see it when it's done. I don't need you to remind me.
Um,
All the viewers will see, hey, that's pretty funny. And they won't have to hear your commentary about it.
yeah, that's pretty fair.
All the 2 viewers we will have.
I could just censor Bucket the entire time.
You only censor the first half, so it sounds like fuck it.
No, my name. Well, it's better than what you guys were calling me. They were calling me Cum Bucket earlier.
You were calling yourself cum bucket.
I did not call myself Cum Bucket.
Anyways.
Do not listen to them. Anyways, yes. Why do you have a sword?
For the zombies.
I don't think a sword would be that helpful.
Well, in theory, if they're rotting corpses, like...
It depends on how...
If they were rotting corpses, they'd fall apart anyway. If they weren't rotting corpses, then they would bleed. Sword.
They're rotting. If they were rotting corpses and they bleed, they would have died a while ago.
What type of weapon in a zombie scenario would be your ideal choice? Assuming it would have to be real and actually accessible to, like, just a person. Like, no secret military tech or specialized guns, because no civilian would be able to get that. But something like a fire axe or a machete.
I would say probably like a crowbar, maybe.
That could be a good one. Just a solid stick of metal for bludgeoning.
It's still a tool that's functional, but you could still do some damage.
I mean, you just have to use it on the one side every single time, or else it would dent. Then you wouldn't be able to really pry with it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a little pissed. You guys keep talking.
We're keeping that in.
I'm the editor.
Yeah. So, let's say this, right?
Adventure's gone!
Adventure, no.
Adventure's gone on adventure.
Adventure has gone on an adventure.
Actually, I don't know if I'd want to call that an adventure, to be honest. I hope there's no adventures going on in your bathroom. An adventure in self-discovery does not count.
Okay, let's say that you found out you were infected, right? And you had like a month before you turn. What are you doing?
So if you have a month, is it going from 0 to 10 where you know you're infected, you've got 1 month, and you're basically symptomless until the 1 month mark? Or would it be like getting sicker and sicker until
like
you're
it
just
leads up
dead?
to 1 month.
I'd probably, as soon as I realized I was infected, I'd probably say my goodbyes, buy like a case of beer or maybe some weed, and then just party until I was dead.
You would buy a case of beer?
Okay, well I would take it.
Okay.
I'd buy it from the zombie salesman, they're still civil,
Yeah.
That's why they bite people, because it's civil.
Ooh, hear me out.
I don't like hearing those words from your mouth, but go on.
Nah, I'll be tame. for now. If you were to pick one celebrity, right, to lead your group, who would you pick?
I'd probably just pick someone on YouTube who's some like survival celebrity. That would make it. Maybe I'd pick one of those YouTube channels that are really focused on zombie games. Like maybe I'd pick like a COD Zombies YouTuber and just be like, all right, you know what zombies are, deal with it.
Really?
No.
If I were to pick Welcome Adventure, Adventure is done with his adventure.
I was
And
adventuring
self-discovery.
the lands of the Skibbity. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Kindly. No, not kindly, actually. Just shut the fuck up.
If we're going ahead and we're picking a celebrity, right, to lead our group, who would you pick? Stingray says that they would pick like someone that's very skilled in like COD zombies.
I was joking about the COD Zombies. I was just saying a survivalist.
Yes.
I picked some survivalist from YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. My first thought is just like someone who's really strong for no reason. Like a bodybuilder of a sort or like an athlete. But I think I would also go with someone who like is either really rich.
Riches wouldn't do you anything as an apocalypse.
Yeah, but they have a bunker.
I guess, but how many rich people actually have a bunker?
I don't know. But they do have really big houses with security. And like normally on hills and stuff.
Well, that's like
Gates.
security cameras. It's not like
It's
turrets.
like, okay.
Best security is like a wall and a camera, which I guess would get you somewhere. But
Would zombies be able to get through that though?
I mean, it depends on what kind of wall. But that's beside the
If
point.
you have a gated house with like walls and stuff, right? And like these big old locks, right? And you're rich, so of course you have these. I think you would have food. I think you would have things to take care of you.
I mean, in theory, it'd be good, but what happens when you need to leave?
Then
What happens when you need to get resources? Like, it's
then-
not like your fridge is gonna carry infinite food.
Yeah, then it's a bit different. But besides like someone rich, I would probably say like I'm saying maybe like probably one of the survivalists. I would say probably I don't know, something with farming maybe. You think you could terraform a football field? Like take a football field, zombie
Kill all
apocalypse,
the ground.
and then like just farm with the ground.
I mean, in theory, with ones that are actual dirt, you probably could. Where would you get all the resources to farm with, though? Like, where would you get all that many seeds and all the tools?
Home Depot.
Home Depot does not have seeds.
I have seed.
You don't have plant seeds.
Oh, that's true. I'll figure it out though.
Why would you? Were you trying to grow humans?
They could help. What? Would we bring back
You'd
slavery?
never find a partner for that.
Would we bring back slavery? Is the question.
There's got to be one person who would do that. I'm not talking about in
Why
this
are you
room,
looking
you
at
dumbass.
me? Why are you looking at me?
You have history.
Probably Dylan. He'd do it.
Fucking
Dylan.
He would definitely do it.
All right.
He would. Yeah. No debate.
All right, give it up for Dylan. All right, better. So, yeah. Well, your question probably like a few people. There's no way that wouldn't happen if there were no rules, because slavery's existed basically since people have been able to do that to other people. Yeah. But it would probably not be rampant, just considering where we are now.
Do you think it would actually get as bad as what games and movies say it would be?
It depends on the context. Assuming it was a viral spread infection, it could get pretty bad. Because say it's a similar situation to COVID, even if you tried to contain it, it would be pretty damn tough.
There'd always be one person.
Because it depends on how it spreads. Because if it could be neutralized faster than it spreads, then it's over for the infection. If it's vice versa, it's over for humanity.
I say that it's airborne.
If it's airborne, like everyone's dead.
Just like that.
Assuming there's no one immune, how would you survive?
Gas mask.
I guess.
I mean, it would work, but where would you really find one of those?
But what about when you need to eat? You'd have to take the mask off.
True. Just don't be around them.
Just go to like a
Well, how
decontamination
potently airborne are we talking? We're talking like within like I don't
breathing
know,
distance.
breathing
coughing distance.
Coughing
like
distance?
stuff like that. It's not like a zombie like goes on a doorknob and then 5 weeks later I touch it and I'm just done for. But
6 feet, guys. 6 feet.
at least one alligator apart.
Is an alligator 6 feet?
It's like a kilometer.
Okay, I think
What
you're.
the fuck is a kilometer?
Oh,
That's
you're
not
a
it.
little bit off,
It was
but
a
I'll take it.
meme. Have you guys never seen the sign when around COVID time where it was like stand one alligator apart from the person in front of you?
I have never seen that.
Okay.
Venture, have you seen that before?
No.
Alright, what would be the best building to make a base in?
Your first, though, let's go back to what I was saying now that
Oh, yes,
Adventure's
yes,
back.
yes.
What weapon would you pick, assuming it had to be a weapon that you could reasonably obtain?
Yes. I said crowbar.
I can go first, so you have some thinking time. I would probably bring something like an axe, something that can simultaneously be heavy and blunt while simultaneously being usable as a tool. A hatchet would probably be too small. Something like a wood splitting axe would be too heavy. You could probably get used to wielding it, but actually having to swing that would be very tough. But just like a solid wood cutting axe.
You guys also be mindful that you're going against other people too.
Well, I mean, but at that point, wouldn't it just be guns?
Yeah.
Those people on people, it would be guns, pretty much.
People on
Entirely.
people, it's guns. But with zombies, of course, melee if you can. But
I'd really try to stay away from guns because I don't want to draw unwanted attention.
let's get a
The sound would be a
silencer.
huge issue. In basically every interpretation of zombies you could think of, that would be somewhat realistic. They would probably pay attention to noise.
Silencers, no?
Silencers don't make your guns literally silent, though. They just make it so they're not as loud.
I mean, take what you can get.
Also, I don't even know if a silencer would be readily available the way just a plain firearm would be.
Yeah.
True. Do you think you would be able to go to like a gun shop?
I mean, assuming people haven't ransacked it or haven't just taken guns and started killing people with them, you could probably just walk in and take one, right?
I mean, we have people literally everywhere all the time because of like shifts and stuff. So when the zombie apocalypse hits, whoever's in a gun store working there or just shopping kind of has an advantage. They could just like suit up.
Well, but since it's an infection, no matter how much tactical gear you have, it's not going to save you from everything.
True.
If you shoot a zombie, a little bit of blood gets in like a cut or something, you're done.
Yeah.
Dead.
So what's like the best armor here? Leather? Chainmail?
Probably a hazmat suit.
Well, that's not readily available to you.
Well, I wasn't referring to readily available, but your ideal armor would probably be some sort of like not a hazmat. That's the wrong way to put it.
Like a full body covered kind of thing.
Probably something that's bite and scratch resistant.
Is an astronaut suit scratch resistant? I would assume so.
It's like really.
Let's go into the realm of things you could obtain, like, reasonably.
It's not like something like, oh, that's mine now.
Because something like an armored hazmat suit would be ideal, but there's no way a civilian would get that, like you said.
Like, just a really big ass blanket.
How would you actually moving with that thing would be terrible though.
You just like put it over you, almost like a cloak. You just like scramble around.
What would you do? Use it like a turtle shell to just hide until they leave?
Well,
if they're rabid, they're not gonna leave.
If it's like a big thick blanket, right? That like when they claw at it, it'll make like that scratch noise, and they just like go past it. You could probably like throw it over them and overpower them, and then just stomp on their head.
I mean, I guess, but it really depends on the scenario, because there's a lot of scenarios where a zombie would be completely screwed if you were able to just trip them over. There are other scenarios where they'd be able to easily overpower you and kill you.
Are we adding special zombies?
We're gonna assume it's just regular walking zombies.
Then I think I'm okay.
I don't think zombies would just randomly have some sort of like mutation to them.
In a realistic scenario, that wouldn't happen.
I think enough people have entertained the idea of apocalypse and zombies long enough that if I think it popped off by tomorrow, people would have a general idea of what to do.
Because one thing is also, if you have a good sense of community, you wouldn't probably, but you could honestly set up a huge group that could work together. The biggest problem is, assuming it can actually start and be rampant enough to affect the whole world, it would be survival, and you'd have to survive, which means you would essentially have to learn on the spot anything you don't know already in terms of things like farming, so that you don't die.
True.
Like water purification, if you don't know that already, you'd have to learn it, because you'd be toast if you weren't able to clean your water. It wouldn't get you immediately necessarily, but there would be so much risk of getting sick.
Mm-hmm. I have this like really thick book at my house. I don't know when I got it or how, but it's just how to survive. I remember flipping through it one time. It has water purification, it has farming, it has like how to get car engines to work, it has electricity, it has everything. I just never touch it. So if something like that were to pop off, I just have to go to my room and then just basically get my survival guide.
You'd be like a Project Zomboid character, just sitting down reading a book for a day straight, and then be like, I have the knowledge.
I have the knowledge.
And then
what are we going to do? We're going to starve to death. Oh, I'm reading.
And then
Hold on. That's 50 pages ahead.
Stop. I'm reading how to get drip. How to get fancy clothing.
You mean armor?
Yes. If the zombie apocalypse happens, I have to look good at these.
Do you think knight armor would be practical?
Knight armor?
Yeah, like medieval metal armor. Because in theory it would be bite and scratch resistant.
Yeah, but it would be so heavy and hot.
But you wouldn't get bitten even if they were literally grabbing at you.
You probably, like, if it was like summer, you'd die of a heat stroke.
I see what you're going for. Though.
Full plate would be so protective, but it would be such a risk.
If you were completely donut, like center donut, you're in a crowd of zombies, and they're charging at you, nibbling at your toes, right? I think you would be okay in knight armor, but they're relentless.
Knight armor would be good against the attacks of zombies. If it was still disease-like and not just bites, you'd be toast because you'd still breathe in infected air. Mm-hmm. And also, like you said, environmentally, you'd be screwed. plate armor is really warm, it's really heavy, you'd be kind of screwed walking with it on.
Would it be better in winter though? Because like in winter,
Well, in winter it'd be the opposite. Metal is not insulating at all, and you'd just freeze.
I mean, if you put
no,
like,
I was thinking more of like zombies in winter. They would like freeze up. They can't do nothing.
It depends on the scenario. In theory, most of them would probably just die. But also, I mean, you can go outside in winter and not just die instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a similar situation where they would definitely start feeling the chill, but they'd be alive for a while.
Zombies have a hunger bar, no?
It depends on the scenario. If we're assuming it's like a realistic scenario, there's two ways you can think of it, which is that they're more like a creature that just is a human that hunts humans, in which case they'd need to eat. Or you could assume something like rabies, where it would be degenerative and they just try to kill. They would ignore their need for food and just try to kill.
I always assumed that if zombies didn't eat, they would just
they just die.
yeah.
I mean, you can also survive for weeks without food, though.
Not me. I would die immediately.
You just don't eat for a day and just die. Die the next day.
Nah, I would.
Day 2 of the apocalypse is me sitting over going, "Ooh," with hunger pains.
I didn't eat a granola bar. I'm done for.
Where's the ramen noodles?
You would, if a zombie apocalypse happened, you would see me scavenging in the basement, eating like all the fruit possible, just going before it all perishes. I would be like a rabid raccoon with like blood on my face and hands, in my eye too. I don't know how it would get there, but I would definitely get it in my eye.
What?
I'm saying I would eat all of the food that would perish first, like expire.
Perishable food?
Yes, like fruits and stuff. I would devour it. Mango with.
Why would you eat all of it at once, though?
Because I'm stupid.
I mean, this is
You wouldn't
dumbing
think for
down.
10. You wouldn't think for 10 seconds. You wouldn't think while you were eating. You were just like, this will expire someday, so I'm gonna eat it right now.
I'd be like, maybe I shouldn't eat this all right now. But it tastes too good.
Just put it in the fridge so that it lasts summer.
How long does electricity last if no one's working on it?
That is a good question, actually. I'd say it would.
Like, if zombie apocalypse happens, it's not like people are gonna be like, oh well, I'm gonna keep doing my job. Hell no, that's not gonna happen. Like, the news would broadcast, oh yeah, zombies happening, apocalypse. When is that news station gonna go?
I mean, if we take the zomboid approach and act like sort of how they did, it would probably not be instant, but it would shut off within a few weeks. Because it's not, like you said, it's not like it would instantly turn off, because it can run sometime on its own, but it's also not like power comes from nowhere.
True. I feel like we undermine what the military would be able to do about it.
The military would be able to, like, completely destroy zombies. It also depends on how they're infected, because assuming they could avoid getting infected, like if it was just biting, so like saliva only, do you know how easy it would be to just keep them away by just shooting them, or like prodding at them with a stick or something?
If, let's say right now, when I snap my fingers, right, the entirety of Texas is infected, right, and they just spread, how quickly would we be able to shut that down? Zombies have numbers.
Well, with how many people that would be, assuming they were intelligent enough to leave Texas and not just wander aimlessly, it would be probably almost impossible to shut it down with how big Texas is. Texas is massive. There's no way you'd be able to slow that down once it started. Like I said, assuming if they were intelligent enough to leave Texas, which granted, probably not. But if they were, then you'd be screwed. One thing though, what you could do, assuming you knew it a couple days in advance, you could start barricading.
True.
And if you were to barricade, you'd want to use something that was either really thick or something that's resistant to scratching and biting and like punching and all that. And you know what's something you could get a lot of pretty easily that you could build a wall out of? Dirt. And you know what you can do with dirt? You can make thick walls out of it. Mounds of dirt.
You're just gonna be the dirt man.
Well, I mean, in theory, you can just dig dirt, take that dirt, and build with it. You could even dig from the outside, so it's like a moat and then a wall, so that it seems taller from the outside.
Hold on, do you think that would work? No, hear me out. When you said dig under, it made me think of water, right? If you were to just find like, I don't know, a river or something, right? And dig like a circle with like 7 feet deep and just fill that with water from like a nearby river or something, would they stumble in it and drown?
I mean, it depends on the scenario. It depends on how intelligent they would be. I don't know if a rabid animal could swim very easily because they don't have very good motor controls to begin with.
Yeah, they're stumbling around. You win the zombie apocalypse with water guns.
Wait, in theory, would it be possible to just live next to, like, would it be in theory possible to just learn how to pole vault, take like a pole and just cross a river every time you were being chased by zombies, and just live by the river? Oh, there's zombies on this side. Go the other side. They can't do anything no more because they can't swim.
True.
What if you lived on an island? Would you just be safe?
I mean, yes.
I don't really think so because people travel. We have planes, we have boats, we have people that would like kiss their loved ones goodbye. And if it spreads through saliva and bites, it's going to spread.
It also depends on the transformation speed because, like, you could just deny entry to infected individuals.
Is it a mental change first, or is it a physical change?
Wouldn't it be kind of both simultaneously?
At the same time?
Like your body would start like kind of like rotting.
I don't think it rots right away.
With most diseases that cause like body degeneration like that, your body stops working because your mind stops working.
So you're just
like if you have rabies, it's not that your muscles don't work, it's that you can't use them right.
It's like the infection's just like eating at your brain basically.
Cause like think of rabies, like think of hydrophobia from rabies. It's not like you can't drink water, it's that your mind won't let you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just be like fears and instincts just as is, like say a hot surface. I couldn't put my hand on a hot stove and not take it off because my willpower would be overpowered by just like instinct.
Yeah, okay. So imagine me like, oh man, I'm feeling some pizza, and I'm gonna just be like, you guys got any like more meat, more chewy substances? I don't think you would go straight like cannibalism right away. Would you have like biting tendencies? Like you would like eat at your cheek or bite off your tongue?
I don't think it would cause you to bite yourself.
And if you're still in restraint of it, maybe.
Because assuming it's a slow change rather than just a snap, it would probably be...
Because it is a losing battle.
Yeah.
It's like an itch that eventually will get scratched.
It would probably be sort of like you were implying, where it would be a slow sort of psychological change, where it would go from being completely normal to, like, I don't know, maybe having a weird hunger. And I don't know if necessarily... It's weird to think of being animalistic as a human, because it's not like we look at an animal and be like, man, I'm hungry.
Right.
But it's not like you look at an animal and instantly get hungry. So I imagine part of that would just be getting that kind of sense. Maybe? A lot of zombie questions are difficult just because of how many varieties of zombies you can think of.
True.
There's so many variables on what a zombie apocalypse would be like that, I mean, you can take the general concept and do a million things with that. People in media have done thousands of things with zombies.
Would you ever weaponize it?
Weaponize zombies?
Yeah. Like, hear me out. Like, let's say you have a group, right? That, I don't know, is somehow in a predicament where you can take, like, zombie blood, put it in food, right? And give it to another camp that is trying to do something to your people. Would you ever consciously think, like, oh, I'm going to put zombie blood in this drink. I'm going to put zombie blood in this can of soup. Give it to these people. They turn infected.
That would seem like a bigger problem in the future, though.
I mean, in theory, I probably wouldn't. But I mean, in theory, it would just be like any other weapon, right? Like, it would be similar to how they did in ancient times where they would put disease, like they would, with weapons and stuff, they'd use things like diseased corpses as, like, trebuchet ammo.
Yeah.
Just to spread disease.
Surprise, Black Plague.
Yep. That's exactly how that's happened in history. And I would not be surprised if it happened the same way. Having a bioweapon that you can just use, not to be grim, but why would you not?
Oh, there goes Grandma over the wall.
Oh, God. No, we were supposed to save that one!
Oh, there goes her dentures. We're supposed to save that one. What are you going to do with it?
Bury them?
Oh, Grandma's not even dead. They just put her in there.
Oh, I'm not
supposed to be here.
I'm not supposed to be here.
My hip.
I don't think you'd hear my hip. They would probably just go.
Just.
Alright.
She just smacks the floor and turns to ashes. Just,
Womp.
Alright.
it's just her soul escaping.
What if there's a ghost apocalypse?
Oh
Where
God.
it was kind of like zombies, where the dead would come back to life, but they'd be spirits, and they would not. They would be. It would be like phasmophobia spirits.
Taste my vacuum cleaner.
Well, that's.
I can tell you right now, there's no fucking way that we're gonna have a supernatural hunting team called the Ghostbusters. Absolutely not.
Well, why not?
You mean to tell me your job is to go around and bust ghosts?
Okay, the
You're gonna
Busting
You're gonna
ghosts.
be busting them
term
day
still.
and night?
The term still applies definition-wise, the way it did when it was created.
I'm gonna bust you, ghost. Casper. You're gonna
Shut the fuck
go
up.
bust Casper.
Well, have you never heard of the term, like, that someone is busted?
He's busted, arrested.
Like,
he's caught. Red, white-handed, regardless. He's busted.
Well, okay, you wouldn't be part of the team because clearly you can't handle it.
Look, if they have all that plasma everywhere,
There is no way, with a series like Ghostbusters existing, that no ghost hunter would be like, you know, that's a cool idea, I want to do that. There's no way no one would do that.
absolutely no one would do it. I would entertain the thought, though.
There's no way no one would do it, though. If ghosts were everywhere, there's no way. It's like same thing with a zombie movie. There's no way people wouldn't use zombie tropes as like something they were doing. Or like, hey, I saw this on The Walking Dead, let's do that. There's no way that wouldn't happen at all.
I think I would be curious to see what would happen if I were to smear up like zombie blood all over me, though.
I feel like that
You'd probably just get infected.
Just like that. Well, of course, if I have like an open wound, but like on my forearms, just blop blop.
How big of a wound would it even have to be? What if a mosquito bite was enough to kill you?
If mosquitoes could carry the zombie virus,
we'd be fucked.
ooh.
Well, yeah, you'd be
Like,
dead.
stepping on my head doggy style, but like that is aggressive. Humanity done for.
Yeah, definitely.
Mosquitoes? Hell no. They're demons.
I think basically anyone's gotten bitten by a mosquito before, unless they're below the age of like 5.
Mosquitoes are the number one op. They just suck everything outside.
Just because of how many of them. That's kind of true, honestly, because not the sucking thing, but the fact that they're the number one op, as you put it, because mosquitoes are one of the highest fatality animals in the world, probably number one if I remember the stats correctly, just because they bite so many people, and even though the chance is extremely low, the fact that they can carry diseases means with how many times they bite people, they kill a lot of people. Even if the mosquito itself isn't the one killing, I don't think there's been many, if any, people who aren't allergic to mosquitoes that have died from just the bites.
Yeah. You think vampires have the same problem? Like they bite someone's blood and now they have like type 2 diabetes or something?
Oh, if vampires could get blood
Like
related
blood
diseases.
infections? Yeah.
Not one, but type 2 diabetes. No, it's not funny.
I have cancer now.
Okay.
Do you know how quickly, if they were not disease resistant, something like a vampire would die? Just imagine how many bloodborne diseases there are that could just kill you.
Yeah, true.
And the fact that they'd have to bite people, it would be like it would be the liquid equivalent of biting into raw meat to eat.
I also don't think I would be like vampires are different from zombies because they're still there. They're still conscious. They're still cognitive. Right? I don't if I needed to bite and I needed to suck, right? If I turned to you and asked to let me bite your neck, would you let me?
No.
That's kind of a sensitive spot too. If you had a friend that was a vampire and you were kind of chill with it, would you let him bite you?
Is this a scenario where vampirism spreads by bites, or would it just be like, oh man, I gotta borrow that?
Like, I just gotta borrow it.
So you pay me back later.
It would have to be like you would have to consent to being turned.
Do you think if a vampire was real, they would actually be like on the rise against people, or do you think they'd go to the nearest hospital and be like, "Can I have another blood bag?"
I think the blood bag thing too.
I feel like it'd be somewhat of a thing with.
What if they could live normally and it would just be kind of like a weird magical disability?
Disability.
Okay.
Having to consume blood, I'd consider that a disability. Having to only consume blood.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like it'd be a sort of thing with the movie/show, What We Do in the Shadows.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
It's basically like there are werewolves, there are vampires, but there's also humans.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's pretty much like the stereotypical sort of thing where vampires, they need blood, and werewolves, they only really turn into a werewolf if it's a full moon.
Right.
And vampires, yes, they do need to get blood, but if they eat anything else, they throw up quite a bit.
Just
Yeah, and the turning process, from what I've seen in the actual movie, It's creepy. You bleed from your eyes. You're
Oh.
cold. You're either really hot. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah,
The one thing with mosquitoes that makes them interesting is I don't know if they necessarily contract the diseases that they get in the blood because A, it's a different animal, so it probably wouldn't affect them as much. But B, the way they use the blood, they use it to create like eggs. They use it as nutrients for their children, not themselves. So,
yeah, they kind of carry it.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how that process works, so I don't know if they get infected by it, but in theory they would be less prone than a vampire would be.
So technically, I could be a stepfather to multiple baby mosquitoes.
I mean, basically anyone who's been bitten and the mosquito's gotten away.
Yeah.
Probably.
But
All right, how
that's a
did we
weird way
get
of
here?
how did we get here?
We were talking about biting.
Oh yeah,
Like,
bite. Yeah,
and then
would you let
ghosts
me-
and
would
then
you let me
vampires.
suck your neck?
No.
Would you?
No.
Would you let me suck your neck if I needed it? If I was a vampire?
Would I become a vampire?
No. You would have to consent to it.
How big of teeth would they be? Would they be like needles or would I have like holes?
A
Nah.
rider.
I'm not into that. Find someone else.
Damn.
You're not Will.
I
You're
also
not
do-
Wilbur.
Do you think a vampire can consume blood that isn't human?
I don't think so. Because they are their own thing. It's not like, oh, I'm a vampire, right? I'm gonna go suck a sheep.
Well, I mean, like, but mosquitoes do not bite other mosquitoes. They bite literally everything but a mosquito or a bug. So, would a vampire have to consume human blood? So it's like a pig. A pig's pretty similar in a lot of ways anatomically to a human. What's stopping them from consuming blood from like a pig or a cow or something? What makes human blood special that they need human blood specifically?
We got monster cans in us. I don't know.
We got monster energy for the monster
Monster
vampires.
energy for the monsters.
Hi.
I also
Do you think what's in their blood would matter too? Like if they're low on iron, it's like, ugh, I'm feeling dizzy. Or if they just had an energy drink, it would be like, whoa, I'm feeling crazy. And they'd say it exactly like that.
you suck off a drug addict and now you're all hungry.
Don't say suck off.
Okay, here's the thing too. If I wasn't the vampire, there's no way I would let any of you suck on my neck because I couldn't. How do I put this? Regardless of who's sucking me, who's sucking my neck, right? If I make eye contact with you, they might just try to nibble on my ear or something. I don't know, because vampires like Edward. Have you ever seen Twilight?
No.
People romanticize vampires a lot. Like, way
Why?
too much. I don't know. But it's... it's just like...
Don't
one
they
of those
realize
things.
they bite before they suck? Does no one get that?
They bite before they suck?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes, I know that. Yes, I know that. But I don't think it would hurt.
To get bitten?
It's literally teeth.
Yes,
Teeth!
yeah, but it's like a needle. It's so
Do you know how
thin.
big your canine teeth are?
Yeah, they go... And then go... And then, like, that's it.
You can feel a mosquito bite, and that's thinner than a needle.
But it doesn't hurt. It itches.
Sometimes.
It can.
It can.
The only reason it doesn't is because they literally have a numbing agent.
Yes, yeah.
That's part of why you get itchy. They literally use a numbing agent.
Imagine someone that likes vampires and they're trying to like hold the vampire's head down to keep going. And the vampire's sitting there thrashing around.
I'm
Back
just,
to zombies.
I'm just imagining a scenario where someone romanticizes a vampire and then they're like together or something and they get bitten and they're like, "Ah, what the fuck? That hurt!"
Ah, that hurt, babe. What's wrong? Oh, you fucking bit me. Well, no shit. I told you this was gonna happen. I didn't think it would hurt.
That's because you're a fucking idiot.
All right, let me try again. Stop! And now you're just bleeding out in your neck and you die.
All right.
How do they suck blood? Is it like mosquito where there's a hole in the... What if there's like a hole that goes through the teeth? Maybe it's like a straw. They like two teeth. There's like holes in the middle. They're like hollow. They go... and it's like through the teeth.
From what I've seen...
Or maybe they bite, go like, ah! And then go...
Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically
Bro, you cannot be a vampire with an overbite. You'd be like a walrus. Cannot do that. A vampire with an overbite. I'll come to suck your blood. Count Dracula, get the fuck out of here. Go back in your castle.
Isn't an overbite just like a regular bite? What about an underbite?
Underbite was where your bottom was.
It looked like a goblin. Do you think there's any type of vampire fiction where their bottom teeth are the big sharp ones, or all four of them?
It's like a warthog. Or like an ogre.
Or like an orc.
What about like?
I want to end it here, honestly.
This seems like a terrible time to end.
Whatever.
Let's get back to zombies.
So, okay, we gotta.
It's not fairy tales. It's not mystical creatures. It's
Right,
just
you're gonna have a lot of
zombies.
content to work with.
Exactly.
This could be 2 episodes. No, it shouldn't be.
No, these things are usually like an hour. No.
Yeah.
A podcast is typically like an hour.
What are we at?
We're at 56 minutes, going on to
Yeah, see,
57.
we're close. We're close.
Well, you can just edit out the vampire stuff and keep talking.
You can keep like a little bit.
Probably a little bit.
No, there's not much reason to take it out. We could just set the episode to be titled like dumbing down episode 1. The cast tries to talk about zombies.
Episode 1, monsters.
Episode 1, that time they tried to talk about zombies.
Episode 1, that time.
Episode 1, what that time they formed a thought.
Episode 1, we try to talk about zombies, turns into vampires, and it turns into...
Well, it can't go that long. It
Well,
can't
we
go
also
that
gotta.
long.
You at least gotta keep the busting of the ghosts.
What the fuck?
Not in the title, though.
We might as well just title this like monsters now or something.
Dumbing down, the zombies are busting.
The zombies are. That's gonna be our first title. The zombies are busting.
No, it's gotta be something that's actually like watchable.
Oh, that's watchable.
Not for most people. Maybe for you, because you're weird.
Good.
You would totally be a vampire first.
I would be a vampire first.
Yeah, because you're weird like that.
I,
You'd be the first one to accept if someone asked if they could suck you.
Dude, you know how strong I would be if I was a vampire? I would be able to lift carbs. That's a crazy strength.
Why would a vampire be any stronger than a regular person?
Because they're supernatural. You think my ability is just to suck people now?
Your abilities are...
It already is.
It already is. I just get bigger teeth. No, I don't know. I get sucked and I get like a genetic defect and I'm retarded.
Okay.
I'm gonna sound like a retarded Decepticon trying to chase my first victim.
Is this post-present?
No, this is present day.
Yeah. Is this after the fact? Has this already happened?
Yes. It's just that
You got sucked by a vampire? And you didn't tell us?
Consensually sucked by a vampire. Would you rather be munched on by a zombie or sucked by a vampire?
You're gonna say munched on by a zebra?
Why a zebra?
Because it started with a Z. Would you rather be munched on by a zebra or...
Would you be munched on by a zebra? Would you let a zebra's big black lips get over your skin?
Shut the...
Do you like the way the horses' lips go, where they like go on top of each other as they're eating?
Oh my god.
If I'm telling you right now, if my legs were to be like a V, I look up, close my eyes, take a breath, look down, and I see a horse go. Just,
No, they would not.
The horse is sitting there blowing bubbles and it goes down and catches it and puts it back.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I have a list.
You have a list? A list of what? Zebras?
I'm gonna add that to the list.
You got some connections with zebras we don't know about?
Here's the thing too. If I saw a
Never let this guy go to a zoo.
Can
Can we preemptively ban him?
What about Marty?
Marty, exactly. He's on.
Dude, you're fucking gay.
Dude, it's. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, look. We got zombies. We got ghosts.
Well, the ghost was like 2 minutes and you were talking about sucking them, so
I talked about busting the ghost.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I told you that you could use that normally and not be weird about it.
So, biting and surviving of zombies, busting ghosts, sucking of vampires.
No, the vampires would be sucking your blood. You wouldn't. What are you doing with vampires? I thought we weren't romanticizing them.
We're not romanticizing them.
It sounds like
I mean,
you are.
you are, but we're not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you sexualizing the vampires?
Why are we sexualizing a zebra?
Why were you? You started it.
I didn't know such thing.
I mentioned zebras like biting you, and you were the first one to talk about.
You talked about a horse's lips.
No, I talked about how their lips are all like flaily.
Okay. Werewolves. Yeah, we got some werewolves for like a split second.
That was just me talking about the
Right.
what we do in the shadows.
What would you do the day before a full moon? Would you plan out in advance like, oh man, it's my full moon day tomorrow. Damn it, I want to go to the party.
Like, would you know it's a full moon though?
Well, I mean, assuming it was modern day, there's ways to predict it pretty easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you just look up, oh, hey, what day is the next full moon?
Yeah, but like, is it just you lose consciousness and you wake up when it's no longer a full moon? And it's always like you're stripped naked every single time?
Well, in
Yeah, pretty
theory,
much,
the
right.
way a werewolf would work is you'd kind of like grow through your clothes. So you'd like get bigger and just, you'd be like the Hulk from the first movie where it's just kind of like,
Just hairy.
well, no, I was gonna say like kind of shredded.
Just
Like-
ripped?
Yeah. If it didn't just fall off from being ripped, it would be terrible. Wait, what if a werewolf had to wear super baggy clothes just because otherwise they'd rip when they went feral? Because they'd get bigger.
In human form, it's like some tiny little Asian girl, but werewolf form is just like a really jacked werewolf for no reason.
Why is every old guy super jacked?
You ever see Zootopia, like the buffalo, like the police director?
Anyone who's ever seen the movie knows about it. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
I
You're
agree.
saying you'd become a werebuffalo?
Were buffalo. Like that's the general build I imagine.
And when you think of werewolf, you think of a single wolf.
When I think of werewolf, I think of like
I think of like those bastards from Skyrim, the werewolves from Skyrim that are just insanely monstrous.
when I think of werewolves, I think of like almost gremlins. Like I think of like
You just think the werewolf is like a downgrade. You get like 2 feet smaller and go.
no, not like that. I imagine them like scrounging around on the floor. Of course, they're big, monstrous, hairy, and.
Wouldn't it be funny if a werewolf was just a regular wolf or dog? Like for one day, every like 20 days, you just become a dog.
Just one really big fucking dog.
No, just a regular dog. Like probably a big
What are
dog.
you gonna turn into, a chihuahua?
No, like something that's a medium-sized dog, like a German Shepherd.
I don't want to continue talking about.
So one day a year, you just have to like kennel yourself up so that you don't run wild as a dog.
I'm telling you right now, if I walked in your apartment or something and I saw you with a leash in a cage, I'm putting you down. On top of that, though, if you did shapeshift into a normal dog and not like a werewolf-sized corgi, like you're a big scary werewolf, but you act like a normal playful puppy, like you'll roll over and flop your ears and stick your tongue out and go bleh. But if you turn into a normal dog and you just so happen to find another dog, is that baby half human?
What the fuck?
Look,
I think as a transformation, you would be infertile.
that's your debuff.
Well, think about it. You're not both at once.
No, you can't be both at once.
And, like...
But it doesn't mean that you shapeshift and now
half
you can't...
humans don't exist with any animal. It would not make an exception.
Werewolves don't exist.
I know, but, like, there's no way that would actually... There's no way it would transform you that way. Anyway, that's off topic. What if the way you transformed wasn't just an actual wolf, but what if it was like a dog? So you just transformed into like the Buff Doge meme or something. Where you were just some random dog with super muscles.
I got a question though. And it's a tame one.
Thank God.
If you were like a werewolf or a vampire or something of the sort where yes, you were supernatural, but you are conscious of it and can control it to a degree, would you ever tell the people around you? Would you tell me that you turned to a big dog?
Okay, now you turned it less.
Because you're weird. But, I don't know, it really depends on how I know the people. Maybe it would be like Frozen, where it's like, I gotta hide my ice powers from everyone, except my parents. I gotta hide my persona from everyone but my parents. Wait, imagine you wait until full moon to go to the furry convention, and then just be like, "Wow, yours is so realistic. How do you do that?
How do you do that?" Start drooling at them.
Wow, you're really in character.
Stop sniffing my ass. I think if I did that, I would attract people that I don't want in my life.
Come back home and you're like, what the fuck are these guys following me?
Why are these followers? If I were to shapeshift into a werewolf and I wake up in an apartment building next to a furry...
You wake up at the furry convention.
If I were to be like, alright, I checked my watch, full moon's about to happen, please don't let it be anything crazy, and I wake up, there's like 7 furries around me in a bed.
For them or for you?
Everyone. Everyone. Everyone would have to go.
I feel like if you knew you'd transform, wouldn't you just like lock yourself up as like a procedure? Do you think a werewolf could open a door? Do you think you could just like go in there and like tape the door shut and be fine?
You know how like fucking what am I thinking of?
Just lock yourself in the bathroom like, God damn it, he broke the sink again!
You know how like a monster hand that has like really big claws? Like imagine that just like very precisely going dink at a doorknob and just and it like pushes it open. Here's the thing too though, if I knew I would transform, I think I would lace myself with like sleeping pills or something.
What if you gave yourself weed? Well, wait, what would happen if you were drugged and then transformed? Would it stay? Like, what if you were on weed and it's like, oh man, this is the wrong day to do it. I'm high as hell right now. Would you transform and just be like a wobbly dog?
I would be terrified that I would shapeshift halfway because I would fuck up my powers somehow. And now I'm like a weird mix between the two.
It'd be like that one scene from Grand Theft Auto Online. Man, that dog high as fuck.
High as fuck. He's saying that. Arr!
Man, that dog high as fuck.
Arr!
I can see it.
He's trying to lick his own asshole. What is he doing? Stingray,
we get the medal of you.
Oh, Stingray.
We got the medal for you.
What are you doing, Stingray?
Oh, shut up.
We're stuck in the washroom.
Guys, if a werewolf was just like an actual dog, like...
Do you think Scooby Snacks would work?
Well, are we talking about the real Scooby snacks? 'Cause I don't even know if you can give a dog a real Scooby snack.
I don't know. I'm gonna throw it at my dog's forehead and see if it survives.
Have you seen the? Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna mention it. But just like imagine if instead of having a werewolf form, you were just a dog for a day. Like imagine.
You mean for a night?
Or yeah, but imagine you. Well, I guess you wouldn't really wake up, but you go to bed one night, or you're just settling down, and as it's getting to night, it's like, oh wait, it's gonna be a full moon tonight, and then you just wake up and see that yourself as a dog has ruined the whole apartment.
I would be so mad at myself. I would have to put myself in like the timeout or something.
God damn, you pissed on the floor again.
Just treat your transformation as like a completely.
If you were a
thing.
werewolf and you couldn't control it, would you treat the wolf as yourself or as like a creature?
I would treat it as a creature. Like if I knew I would transform, and I knew it wouldn't like go out.
Once every 2 weeks, my persona just takes over. I'm sorry,
I think
guys.
I would be like,
Oh my god!
I think I would say something like, Alexa, set like a timer 3 hours from now, and say this: don't you dare eat the fucking couch again. 5 minutes later, say, sit there and don't move. 5 minutes later, don't piss on the floor again. Like constant reminders.
Why don't you just do a voice-activated lock so that, like, you're in a kennel room or something like a cage
That'd be
room?
really expensive, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but if you are a werewolf, it would be worth it so you don't destroy your own
Do you know
shit.
how weird I would look if every other week I walked into like a dog place and was like, I need a bigger cage, a stronger leash.
You gotta just hang out in the pound for a night. Those cages are like tall enough for a person to stand in. I've been to one. You would just have to stay there. Room for one.
Just treat it like a hotel.
Hold the kibble.
Could you imagine being the person? They're like, hey, I'm homeless. Can I just stay a night in one of the cages? Here, I have some money. Yeah, sure, whatever. Go in the back. Right. So I have weird night tremors. Just ignore me. Yeah, okay, I can do that. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, in theory, they can't stop you once you're the werewolf.
Yeah,
so you'd wake up and it's like, get the fuck out. What?
Also, you're just
Where's breakfast?
You're just naked now too.
You need the like turbo stretch underwear.
Stretch underwear. How long would it take you to figure out that you are a werewolf, though? Like, let's say you.
How many times would you have to wake up somewhere else completely naked before you realize something was wrong? I think once.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you wake up naked one time, you're not gonna be like, "Damn, I shapeshifted into a 7-foot."
Well, but you know something was
You know
wrong.
something's wrong. Yeah.
The closest I've ever been to that was like just
When have you ever woken up in a different?
I'm not
naked?
saying waking up naked. The closest I've ever been to that is just passing out normally, and
What
that
was I? Alright, go on.
dude, if you just passed out normally, that's one thing. But being somewhere you've probably never been or were not recently, without any of your clothes, probably being like starving, thirsty, feeling terrible, and you didn't take anything, why would you not immediately suspect something was wrong? Like, oh rats, I must have slept drinked again.
Slept, drinked again.
Again.
Again?
Wouldn't you be like throwing up or something? Like, what if you just suddenly throw up like drywall?
What if, as a werewolf, you eat something poisonous and just die?
Well, wouldn't you still survive? Like your werewolf half dies, but you're still there.
Well, but if you died as a werewolf, you'd still be dead.
Well, like when Hulk dies, or when Bruce Banner dies, Hulk brings him back. So, like, as long as one half still is alive, the other wolf is still alive. Do werewolves regenerate?
Depends on the fiction.
You mean to tell me if I'm a werewolf and like someone shoots me in my knee and I fuck my knee up and I get hit by a truck and I break both my legs and then I shapeshift back to human, my legs are gonna be fucked up.
I mean, well, in theory, it would have to be something a little bit different, because how do you explain stuff that the other half doesn't have? Like a tail. What would happen with a tail? Like, it's not like you just wouldn't have one, right? Because you'd be a wolf.
Well,
But then, how would that affect human form? Like, would you just have, like, a tailbone scar or something?
Hurts.
I don't want to think about that. That sounds weirdly gory.
If we're talking true anatomy, right?
Or like a snout. Like, how would that...
Is it like a Ken doll situation?
What's that?
Do you know Barbie?
Oh, wait, a Ken doll. I thought you were saying one word. Like Kendall. And I'm like, what the hell?
Like a Ken doll
Yeah, I know what...
situation.
Yeah.
Would it be like that?
Wasn't that just... It's a doll, right? What about it?
Because
Was this some Transformer shit I don't know about?
like,
Ken, transform into truck!
He's a doll, dude.
no, because dolls don't have genitalia. I'm talking like if you're a werewolf. Is it like just smooth and there's nothing there? Is it a Ken doll situation? Or if I turn the corner, is there going to be an 8-foot big dick Randy werewolf?
Wait, in theory, would you on a full moon be able to like hire a vet to be like, alright, this is getting out of hand, I need to get spayed in wolf form? Or neutered, I guess, because we're males. Like, oh, I gotta get my wolf side neutered.
I gotta get my wolf side. I would be
Wait, when it transferred, you're just like, where's my cock?
Where's my dick and ball?
Where did it go? I told them the wolf one.
Here's the thing too, because werewolves aren't stupid creatures. They're not
Well,
mindless.
they'd be like a wolf, right?
Yeah, but they're somewhat there. They're like somewhat intellectual. They can like notice human behavior.
Like a dog could do that too.
Well, yes, but they're like better in a way. Right?
I'm better.
I'm saying, what if the werewolf takes just as many precautions as you are with its form?
Wait, that's such an interesting premise. Like the werewolf feels like they're the normal one, and it's like, oh,
It's like,
geez.
shit, I'm gonna turn back
I got
into a hairless
one
monkey,
night.
man.
I got one night to secure my human for 2 weeks.
How long are we gonna be talking about?
Werewolves here.
He like chills out in the forest and thinks like, oh damn, I have to hurry. It's turning daylight soon. All my wolf friends are gonna make.
How would they contain their human form? Would they just put them in like an apartment building that they don't even own and be like, all right, I hope I just stay
I think
here?
it was like hotels or motels.
They just pay for a hotel. Yeah, 1 room, please.
Actually, how would you do that? Because it's like,
They're like a wolf. They wouldn't just be like accepted, right?
but they could like jump up and climb buildings. You know, on like some outside of like some hotels or buildings, there's like balconies.
Yeah.
What if they like jump, climb up, and then just like flop on the balconies? Like,
Wait, if a
Alright,
werewolf
I
died,
see.
would they just be like Mario getting hit and just like, back into a human? What if your werewolf form died and then you just woke up like, it feels terrible?
hear me out.
How?
Right? Hear me out. Let's say you're in a fist fight, right? You get jumped in the middle of an alleyway, right? Boom. Knocked out. Your head hits concrete. You wake up, blood all over your mouth. Your hands are bloody. 4 dead bodies around you. What if when you
feel like there's a
get
game
knocked
about
when you
this.
get knocked out, your werewolf form takes over?
I feel like that depend on the night though. The moon cycle.
Yeah, 19 out of 20 days, you just get knocked out normally.
Over.
I got my power to rely on. Just gone for a while.
Why is it the moon that transforms it though? Like,
I feel like that's just kind of a thing.
is it just because?
It probably has to do with the way cryptids are formed. Like, from a perspective of a cryptid, it's probably just something to do with, like, I don't know, wolves howling at night or something that's associated with the moon.
So if I buy like a really, really expensive ring light and put it up on my ceiling or something, can I trick myself to thinking that's the moon?
No, you just have like a watch that glows in the dark, and you have a smart watch and you just set to the max brightness rapidly, and it's like wolf mode activate.
Your background has a full moon.
What about Twilight, like you were saying before?
Oh yeah.
Like the werewolves in that movie series, they just kind of do it whenever the hell they want.
That is true. They do it whenever they want.
But they are a literal wolf.
They go rare.
Okay.
Yeah. They go rare, and they're aggressive too. I remember watching like one episode one time. They break the bed. They rare. Okay, they break the bed. Anyway, rare. It's they turn to like mindless wolves, but they have really long arms for no reason. It's like Donkey Kong. They look like Donkey Kong build. They're like literally stretched like.
Okay, are you just gonna rant about Twilight, or do you have a point?
I have absolutely no point.
Okay, great.
I was just saying things.
You just brought it up, and I don't know. Okay.
Do you have a point, Adventure?
I mean, not really. I suppose my point was just being like
They can
well,
transform.
yeah, because there are different types of werewolves in media.
It's kind of
Twilight.
it's kind of like zombies and stuff we were talking about earlier, and vampires, where there's so much variety and interpretation that it's hard to pin down. Like, I could just say something like zombie or vampire or ghost, and people get kind of what I'm talking about, but the specifics are going to be kind of lost on most people. Like, if I'm talking about just ghosts, I immediately think of something like Phasmophobia ghosts. That's probably not what other people are thinking of.
I mean, Phasmophobia kind of like makes sense in some way, especially with like the variety of ghosts.
Well, I mean, any type of fiction, assuming they have an internal logic, is going to make sense within that respective logic.
Yeah.
It's just like in fantasy movies, you can have stuff that doesn't exist at all, like magic, be explained almost like a science.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how world building works.
Yeah. So, zombies, ghosts, vampires, or werewolves. If you were put in apocalypse, what universe would you like to be in?
Ghosts would be so fucked because anyone who died would become your enemy.
Ghost Adolf Hitler.
Are werewolves contagious? I feel like that would be the one you'd pick.
Are werewolves contagious?
I think so.
I feel like in almost any media where werewolves exist, it's some sort of curse or ritual. It's not just like, oh, I got bitten by my dog, now I'm a werewolf.
Shark bait, ooh ha ha. Shark bait, ooh ha ha.
I feel like I'd rather live in a world with vampires, honestly.
I guess vampires could be civil, so probably.
They would be so eloquent with it. Like they
Elegant.
Eloquent with it. Like they would suck you in an alleyway. They would.
It's
They
like,
would be stealthier about it. They wouldn't be like full rampage like zombies. They wouldn't be barbaric.
Well,
like
that or they
werewolves.
do the blood bag idea where it's like, I just need some, man. I don't want to hurt you.
And they're always so rich too. Which at the same time, like if you're immortal and you can't figure out how to make money, put a stake in your own heart. You're useless at that point.
I used to think for the longest time that when people were talking about a steak, they were talking about like the food.
Like the food?
Yeah, because it's pronounced the same way. And I'm like, what the hell does that even mean?
Younger you sitting there looking at like vampires and being like, that scares you? A T-bone steak?
I mean, I guess the T is made of bone, but I don't really get it. No, it's like a vampire walks on a farm, sees a cow, like, oh my god!
Stop, please. Stop. Let it end.
Would the vampires only be scared of cooked steak, or would they be scared of raw meat too?
Oh,
They go to the meat aisle of a grocery store and they're like, ah!
I've come to suck your...
Oh my god! How would they even get blood if they were scared of, like, beef? Just like going. Like,
You can't be like a vegetarian.
imagine being scared of
vampire.
hamburgers. Wait, you're saying there's beef in this? It'd just be like the weirdest
I
kind
don't
of
know
beef.
why when you started hyperventilating, I imagine their fangs sucking back in and out. Oh god. Also, why are vampires always so wrinkly? Like, the thing about it is you're immortal, but your body doesn't keep up with it.
Well, the way vampire, I think part of it's to do with vampires' relation to corpses. Like, in sort of back to things like cryptids and like half truths. So, like, based on what I heard, people thought of vampires and stuff existing just because of things that were unexplainable. Like, say for example, you know how corpses have like gas buildup just because they're decomposing?
Yeah.
It's possible for a corpse to make noise from that. But you know what would stop noise coming from something filled with gas? If you popped it, you know, like a stake through the chest.
Okay, that's fair.
That kind of thing, at least if what I'm hearing is true, which it might definitely not be.
So,
I haven't looked it up. But if something like that is true and that's the relation to it, it's probably just its association with death. Because, like, I think most dead people don't look very lively.
That's why they look pale.
Yep,
Vampires.
and wrinkly and ghostly.
that's just old people. But, like,
Well, they're not dead.
Exactly. Like this Danny, I'm tribute. It's they're kind of like steam powered engines. You just pop it, and then.
Do you think you could get an immortal creature like a vampire to be basically like a machine for you because they'd never die?
Slavery on a vampire?
Yeah, because it's not like they. It's not if as long as you fed them blood, they would not die, right?
Can a vampire suck on a vampire?
I have no idea. Does that count as human blood?
No, because I would assume that blood is sort of rotten, I guess. But that's just...
I gotta
That's just
refill.
me.
My blood's getting too evil again.
If a zombie were to bite a vampire, and that vampire were to bite a werewolf, and that werewolf were to bite a zombie,
That'd be an abomination.
Mixing creatures like that's kind of weird because they all have their own set logics. So like, a vampire's and depending on the interpretation, a vampire's kind of already dead and immortal. So it would be weird to say that they would be able to contract a zombie virus necessarily.
the zombie virus goes for the brain function.
I mean, if they could get infected with, like,
But the vampire thing is already fully developed in there, so it might fight off the zombie thing. But at the same time, zombie cells don't die. They just lay there until they find a host.
I feel like with just how they work as sort of like diseases or symptoms, I don't think they would mix very well, if at all.
They would just sit there and twitch on the floor.
It would probably kill someone.
Yeah.
I got too much, like, disease. I'm just gonna die now.
I'm just gonna die now.
That's how everyone says it when they're gonna die.
I'm just gonna die now. Oh well.
Well, guess I'll die.
Also, I buried the treasure. Done. Dead. I'm just gonna die now. I'm gonna say that. It's gonna be my last words. I'm gonna live stream
Well,
it.
so overall, like, fictional monsters, I guess, like, which one's your favorite, or which one would you, I know you said which one you'd want to live in a universe within.
Yeah, I would definitely Apocalypse. I would pick vampires simply because they're more like intellectual with it.
They're more like actual humans.
Yeah, they behave more like people, and I would prefer more like a Cold War type of thing where like you have to be aware, like look around, be like observant, rather than
My neighbor's a vampire, get him!
rather than like, oh, I have to survive because Dylan ate my dog and now my dog is a zombie.
Which kind of monster is Dylan?
He's the worst kind. But like, I also don't want to go to like the vampires. If I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm infected, I'm like, oh damn, I'm infected now.
It's not like I'm in tragic pain. Like he might cover my mouth while sucking me, but that's it. But werewolves, they would be so loud. It would be terrifying. Zombies would be so destructive. Vampires.
Zombies are definitely the most destructive of the group.
Vampires, I would say I would be in their universe. Zombies, they hold dear to my heart because I love the concept of them. Werewolves, I just see as big funny dogs.
And then there's ghosts, which we didn't talk about quite yet. But
Ghosts is just kind of there.
Ghosts we talked about briefly. It's interesting to talk about because they are spooky spirits.
But we also cannot really see them at all unless they really just present themselves.
They're similar to zombies being like an after death thing. But like, I don't know, it's hard to really, I don't even know where you really go with that. They move stuff around.
Like, they're so lazy for no reason.
These ghosts are so damn lazy they won't even leave the house.
Like, ghosts have to be, okay, roommates, I would pick a ghost. Ghosts are so fucking lazy, they don't leave the house for shit, and the only way that they're a bad ghost is if they're a demonic spirit.
Do you think you can get a ghost to do your dishes?
I would love to have, like, a...
You belong in the kitchen.
I would love to have a ghost roommate who's from, like, 1312. Like, some old-timey ghost.
Where art thine dishes supposed to be located?
Hey, sir,
In the fucking cupboard.
Sir,
You go in the corner, it's not that hard.
Hey, Fredrickson, I got a question. Yes, I have a history homework. Can you help me out? Fuck no. But you lived in the period. I'm gonna ask you questions. I don't care.
I was in the house the whole time.
I was in the house. You think I left? Hell no. My soul has bonded to this.
What the fuck is a Germany?
What the fuck is a Germany? Hey, you wanna watch TV? What is television? Oh, I love it.
No, you wouldn't say television because you wouldn't know what.
What is the picture show, my good dear?
What do you look at a TV? Would someone from ancient times look at a TV like a window?
You probably think we captured someone's soul. Like,
Would a ghost think there's another ghost in the screen because it's paranormal seeming?
Probably.
Do you think a really old ghost would just be like a science denier? It's like, when did all this happen? I was at my home for only a couple hundred years.
It would have to be so boring as a ghost, though.
Do you think haunted houses are so like creepy and decrepit just because since ghosts are immortal, even if it was in a nice state, they'd have to still live there until the house was rotting?
Yes. Here's the thing, too.
They'd have to live on the property.
If you're a ghost, like, if I turn a ghost, like, let's say I die, right, and I become a ghost, I'm not gonna kick people out of it. I don't care if I sat on that couch for so long. The jouch. I've sat on that jouch for so long that my soul binded into this house. I'm gonna let people live here because I don't want this house to be gone. And at the same time, do you know how dirty this house would get if I haunted it and kicked every single person out? It would be so much.
Do you think ghosts are just like regular people living on another plane, and they're just like wandering around the house, and someone just gets scared and leaves, and it's like, God damn it, I can't clean the floor myself. Why are they coming back?
Never. You see that sign outside?
I feel like playing hide and seek with them would be so fucking unfair, though.
Because they could literally move anywhere they wanted to.
Imagine being a ghost that was completely visible, like zero transparency, and
You
no
look
one,
like a normal dude.
and no one knows until you just like I don't know, phase through something or like run into some, like you hit shoulders with someone or you would, and it just like passes through and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, like, how would you explain that you're there? Like, someone eventually would be like, why are you in my house? Get out. And you're like...
Wait, you're stuck at a location, you're just
You're
a
like-
guy who lives here.
Yeah, you would look like someone that just broke in. I was like, oh yeah, so I'm a ghost. No, the fuck you
No,
aren't.
you know what you could do? You could be the best magician ever. You could be like, you want to see a magic trick? Throws a blanket over yourself, and then you're just
What
gone.
would be really shitty is if you're a ghost and you're aware of the fact that you look like a normal person with zero transparency, so you just fuck with the person that owns the house every now and then. Like, you'll show yourself and be like, hey bro, thanks for the chicken. Hey, get the fuck out of my house. And then you like run in a wall and disappear, and he's sitting there searching the whole house like, where is he? He comes by every month or so.
You know what you could do if you weren't transparent at all? You could do like a think fast and like actually punch them, but because it wouldn't hit them at all, it would just be like think fast, and then they'd flinch from what's basically nothing.
I would convince like whatever kids are in the house that like they're hallucinating. Like I'm their imaginary friend.
That sounds really creepy and weird, and I don't like that.
Well, I'm a ghost. Okay.
Just have it in reverse where it's like the adult imaginary friends.
If you were a ghost, right? Would you ever entertain the thought of possessing like a stuffed animal and playing toys with a kid?
Well, assuming you were fully transparent, probably. I feel like if I was a ghost, I would simultaneously just be like another member of the house and also like mess with people a bit. Like, oh yeah, that's just Barry the ghost.
It's just Charles.
It's just Jimmy the ghost. He's kind of a dick to guests, so be careful. And you just have them like throwing stuff at people.
Well,
Like,
he's
hey, where are
pitching
my
in.
shoes? And it's just like above their heads, like,
Hey,
they're
found my
walking
car
away.
keys. He throws the car keys at your head.
Hey, did you find my car keys?
Car.
It's just already started.
I don't think ghosts can leave the house.
Is it that
They
they
just
can't
have
leave
to
the
be
house
on-
or can't leave the property?
Can't leave the property.
Yeah, but so if you're like a millionaire, you got property. But what if you're like an old ghost? Like I'm talking like an Aztec ghost. To you, you owned everything. If like the property law changes, can you you can't pass it anymore? Like
Are
if-
there homeless ghosts?
Yeah, is it like
Homeless ghosts.
like that's just called like ghouls or something?
There was once a house where the street was built. Now we got nothing.
Oh. Yeah, but ghosts I would definitely want as a roommate.
Imagine if it's just a radius from your death point and you died somewhere really stupid like the bottom of the cliff and it's like, there's nothing here.
That would suck.
Or imagine it's a radius of where your corpse was. So you have to live in a graveyard.
If
Or
it-
imagine
like
if it
that's
was
really
a
common.
yeah. Imagine if it was a radius from like your house or something, and there was just like something you really wanted, like I don't know, like a flower or something like 5 feet out of the zone. You were like, God damn it!
you would be able to like pick up a stick though, no?
Yeah, but how would you grab it? Like, how would you grab the flower? And
Like
how,
scrape it, I guess.
just take 2 sticks and like,
You would be able to communicate with people, no?
just be like, just like pick up one of those like pointer finger things that you
That
see at the
teachers
stores,
have.
and then just like take one of those and do the things they do in the videos where instead of tapping the screen, you're just like, I don't know, like pointing towards it and like tapping the ground or something.
Would you ever entertain like the teenagers that like bring a Ouija board and they try to talk to you?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Really? Would you like freak them out or just be like completely genuine?
I feel like I'd probably use some sarcasm.
How
Like,
many, how many pickles can you show up?
That's what I was gonna reference.
you bastard. I'd probably type that. You bastard.
991, 910.
What if we just end it on the pickle dick thing?
Or not.
Alright, let's see. Because we're over time. And I don't want you to edit too much.
I already have to edit a
A
lot.
lot, yeah. So,
You're gonna be at this for hours.
Like a normal editor.
Yeah, that's true.
so definitely I would pick ghosts as roommate. I think that would be great. Zombies, even though they are dear to my heart,
I would rather live in a vampiric apocalypse. And werewolves, I just kind of see as just big dogs.
I feel like zombies, you'd be screwed because it's a disease and it's a mindless one. I don't know. Vampires would be fine, especially if they're civil. Werewolves would depend, but would be manageable. And then ghosts could either be really scary and dangerous or really funny and just cool to be around. So nice job talking about zombies, guys.
We totally talked
And
about
only zombies. There was no other topic besides zombies.
Busting out
Zombies.
ghosts and sucking vampires and big dogs. Big furry dogs. We
Furries.
talked about furries, sucking, and busting and zombies. Beautiful.
This seems like a really weird genre, and we're not going to go into it because it's the end of our episode.
Hooray!
Watch
Thanks
them
for dumbing down with the dumb fucks.
Down with the dumb fucks.
Well, I'm glad to be rid of you guys. Peace.
Yes, thank you for listening to us.
And I'll see you next time.
Just let that go. Thank you for listening to us blabbering about topics that we have zero to no mental capacity for.
Exactly.
Yes. If it was entertaining, then,
Drop a like and
if
subscribe!
it wasn't entertaining, then why are you still here? Like and subscribe regardless. End it before I end myself.